All right, good afternoon, SWTOR. Good to have you with us on this Saturday. We are back for some solo play. I think we're going to hit some Galactic seasons today. We're going to talk about some comments, or answer some comments and questions, talk about 7.3, and a bunch of stuff like that. So hopefully it sounds interesting. If you do have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat and or the comments below. I try to get to them all. So we're going to start off talking a little bit about some comments from one of my viewers that actually leaves really great comments. Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is also a player, a veteran player, and hangs out sometimes with us and also leaves comments every week. And to his credit, got his girlfriend to start playing SWTOR. So she watched my last live stream and evidently doesn't like my amazingly awesome, let's turn that off, there you go, amazingly awesome outfit, and my boring Nar Shaddaa stronghold. I can't wave in that view. Turn that back on. There we go. We'll give a wave to, we'll do it again. I waved to Mighty Mouse's girlfriend, but actually she brought up some really good points, so I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. I will admit I am guilty of not changing my characters around a lot. I get something that I like and I just kind of go with it. So I originally pulled this outfit together. Let's see, do I have anywhere? Let's just pull the logo up here. So, you know, that is my channel logo, and it's kind of got that almost Mandalorian-y, I don't know, medievally kind of helmet look going to it. But it's also got that orange, yellow, fiery kind of look. And so the reason that I run this set of armor is it has some of the kind of the same look and feel to it. Right, like if you look at it, it's got like the lit up orange and stuff like that. Now I don't remember. Let's look here. I actually dyed it to be that color as well. So, do I have my tactical here? So that's the armor set right there. And we'll grab a copy of it. Let's see if I can put it on without... I think that's still got the dye in it. I'm not sure how to preview it without the dye that I've got. Let's try it in this view. Let's see if I can. This isn't something I've ever tried. I can remove it, but I don't really want to change it. So, but we'll look on a different character. That'll be the easiest way to do it. But also, so let's see. What did I get? I got change my trooper's outfit. So I'm going to do that. So let's go ahead and do that and get rid of my big gun. That is a relatively large gun, but just for Mighty Mouse, I am going to get a bigger gun. Let's grab, there we go. We'll go pirate with a cannon. That's definitely bigger than my tactical gun. There we go. So, there we go. Giant gun. So, different outfit. This is my pirate look. Doesn't sound bad. The one thing you have to be careful of, different guns will sound differently. So, okay, but in all seriousness, I did want to kind of talk about outfitter and stuff a little bit. So, I'm going to jump out and just kind of run through the characters I use the most, which is like 24 of them. It's kind of scary. And show that, I do some different looks. So So we'll go 4 pages over. This armor is actually the experience armor. This gives like a 50% boost in experience. It was a reward from the Dark versus Light long time ago. So if you ever see that on, that means I'm probably leveling the character. That's some of just the drop armor, the Conquest drop armor. I think all these guys are just wearing that. So those guys are just like, I just don't care. One of them has different arm bracers for some reason. This is a pretty cool set, and I can't find where to get it now. In collections, it says you can buy it in the cartel market, and I can't find it in the cartel market. So I need to do a little bit more digging. That's not the belt that came with it, but that is a cool belt. I'd have to look and see what belt that is. But I kind of like this asymmetrical armor look to it. And that is also dyed. It's like a brown color, I think, by default. Or it's dark black with black here. You can barely see all this stuff. So that's a dye that I added to that one. Dak is just wearing essentially the normal, just the gear armor. This is a pretty good set. I can't remember where I picked it up. It's just something I picked up over time. Again, I've used a dye module in it. I don't think it's anything special. I think it's just like a green drop or something like that. Actually, I'm going to run some stuff on Nintoa probably today. This is also just a drop set. It's the tank version. Might be the elite version, so it's got a little bit different color to it. I'm going to go ahead and log into this character, because this character I actually do use the different outfits for a purpose. So this was a stream playthrough I was working on where we played as a Jedi, but we went ahead and pretended that we were trying to infiltrate the Jedi Order. So this is the Jedi version, right? He's all Jedi'd out. I was also doing this for Extra Life, so when I do that, I often use blue hair and stuff. So kind of a blue theme Jedi. And when I was going through the stream, I would actually, anytime I talked to Jedi, I would go ahead and equip this armor set. Now, that being said, a cool thing that you can do is if you look over here in my combat styles, I have a lightning sork set up as well. And so what I did is I set up, I've got 2 different ones. I've got chain lightning and halted offense. This is more group AoE and this is more single target. But the cool thing about this system, and I wish they'd make it so you could hotkey what I'm about to do, is I've got different outfits set up over here, but I've got these loadouts. So what I would do is like, okay, once I was away from the Jedi Temple, I would switch over into this view. Now, a couple of things to notice. Like, first off, look at his eyeballs. I think he's got blue eyes, if I remember right. Yeah, he's got blue eyes. One of the things that you can do is you've got this thing called Dark Side Corruption. And this guy as a character is Dark 3, so he's got some Dark Side Corruption. But I've got that turned off when he's in Jedi mode, right? But then I load up my loadout here. Now this is going to do 2 things. The first thing is it changes over to a Lightning Sork. So I'm actually changing from a Shadow Infiltrator Jedi to a Lightning Sork Sith. So when I activate this, first you'll notice that he's picked up Corruption, right? You know, he's gone from nice complexion to darkened eyes and orange eyes and stuff like that. But it also changes out his gear. And also, if you look, it completely changed out all of those skills. And it remembers where they are in the bar, right? So now I have a single sabered Sith that is my Lightning Sork. I should have Force Storm on this guy. There we go. And so this is how I would play him, because this is his natural, you know, whatever. This is his natural state. But, you know, if I get called back to the Jedi, and I'm like, holy cow, I've got to go talk to the Jedi again, I'd pop over here. So you'll notice that his gear is a completely different set. Like this is the gear that's actually equipped, right? Is that. And that's where he gets his stats. But the outfits in Outfitter, you can change to whatever you want. Another thing you can do is, like, you'll notice I've got Chain Lightning. I've got a different outfit. It's similar, but a different outfit on Halted Offense. So visually I can tell which version of the character I'm running. So those kind of changes are kind of cool. So anyway, get called back to the Jedi. We activate this one. Swaps all of his skills and stuff back around. Also, this is a stealth character, which is nice. So if I need to stealth, I can jump into this one. I think it's stealth. Yeah, he has stealth. And again, you'll notice that, it swapped out the lightsaber, but the rest of the gear is the same. So that's one way that I have used the different outfits. I don't have a very fancy Jedi. He's a humble Jedi. All right, let's jump out of him. Continue along our whirlwind tour. So the reason I'm doing this is one thing that is awesome about MMOs is it's a very open gameplay style. If you want to spend time building outfits and role playing and stuff, more power to you. So no offense. Let's see. Okay, we already did all those guys. So we looked at that one. Okay, that's the tactical armor with no dyes in it. So it's kind of the white version. The Nautilins, I don't think the helmets work on them just because of their head tails and stuff like that. This set I really like. I don't remember what it's called, but I makes me feel like Iron Man, especially when you fly around on a jetpack or your rocket boost. So I like this set of armor. It's a pretty cool set. So that's one Zax. That's what he wears. That's a pretty boring set. I probably need to find some better armor for him. It might just be dropped armor. I can't remember where that or why I did that. This is a cool set. I like it. It works on this body type, on the body type 3 for males anyway. The anchor points of this piece floats out and it's all broken. This is the Star Forager from the droid dig missions, whatever they're called. Cool set. I wish that there were like guns in these little pouches. I think that's what they're supposed to be for. I'm not sure. But I've always kind of liked this set. It has a kind of almost a cowboy hat looking hat. I don't care for it as much. I like the armor set itself. I think it works pretty well for a bounty hunter that does a lot of fire stuff with all these like tanks and stuff on the back and stuff like that. But if let's see. There we go. So there's the hat, which it's all right, but I don't know. Doesn't do a lot for me. So I usually keep that turned off on that armor set. I do like in the comment, he said my number one priority isn't Space Barbie dress up. That being said, it looks like I have spent some time doing it. So let's see. That was Togoro. That's a pretty classic looking set for a bounty hunter. I think I'd like it better if it didn't have these little spikes on it, but overall, that's a pretty decent set. Again, that is dyed. That's not just natural color. And you'd be surprised how much armor can change, how much different it'll look if you just throw some different colors on it and things like that. Let's see. Pretty basic set. I can't remember if that's a dropped set from the story, but it's kind of the, beat up poor man. Look at all the wear on the creases and stuff. So I kind of like that one. This one I actually equipped on him from the very start, and when this was a playthrough from like 2 years ago, I think I used him for my Extra Life character and ran that armor all the way through. So that's just something I like. This kind of red roby look you're going to find a lot in the Sith world. I like it. So a lot of my sets are kind of like this. I don't think those are the correct arm guards. I think they're just bleeding through from his actual armor. There's another one. I think it's Vindigo. I've got a crazy set on. Let's go into him. So you can actually change almost your entire look and feel just by adding or taking away some armor sets. So let's look here. Okay, there we go. Is this the one that I have? Yeah, this set is crazy. Can't remember where this one drops. It's kind of got armbandy looking stuff. But what I like about this one is the helmet almost makes you look like you're an entirely different species. So that's a pretty cool set. So this is what I usually run him as. and he's rat attacking. So we'll put him in that mode now, just so we can see what he looks like. So you can see the extreme differences you can get in armor sets. So, that is completely a different look and feel. And because of the way they did this part of the eyes, to me, that doesn't look like a helmet. That looks like an alien species. You could make the case it is a helmet as well, but it looks like an alien head with a breather on to me. So if you want to really change what you look like, that one's a pretty extreme set. I don't remember where I got that one either. Okay, let's see. Getting into some of the characters we've seen. That's just whatever drops he probably got. This is a character I created mostly just to kill companions, to get the achievements. So that's what he exists for. Dominatus that's a pretty cool set. It's called Taiwanese. These shells might be available under a different name. This is an armor set that they used to give out for free, I think when you hit level 50 in the original game, maybe later on. This is a really cool set. Now, I switched it for this stream. I usually run this armor with that helmet, but I wanted to show the difference, and that's the complete set. I think even in the game, his little eyes move. I don't know if it will in this mode or not, but... so I don't like this helmet as much, so I usually slap this helmet on it. And what the cool part about that, let's jump onto this character. The cool part about that, outside of the credit cost to do it, it's really not that hard. So what I have over here that's the Taiwanese set, and then I just got the Taiwanese set with a different helmet, right? So if you find something you like better or worse, so that's the Dreadseed helmet. So that's the full Dreadseed set. That's the full Taiwanese set. This is the Taiwanese set with the Dreadseed helmet on. And that's how I usually run him, because I think that helmet fits along with this aggressive... look at the spikes on his toes and stuff like that. This one just seems almost too tame. I like the helmet. Now this set as well, this is dyed. It's like a light blue, I think, stock. But again, dyed probably a black and a red. Yeah, black and red. So I normally run this guy like this with that more aggressive helmet. And then the Taiwanese body. So we'll pop back out and see what that looks like. It's complaining because I have too many missions. Those are just the companion missions that were run. So I like that look better, right? Like this is a far more aggressive helmet. It blends in well with this kind of black piece. And that's a cool thing you can do. It's like if you want to get into this, you can buy, get this piece from here and the gloves from over there. And I like these boots and I like this helmet. You could spend literally days and days and days just swapping armor around and doing stuff. Okay. You guys have seen him a lot. That's the guy I run in the flashpoints. And if you haven't watched him, we got through the 3 onslaught ones today. So we have 2-man master mode, everything but assault on Korriban, or Korriban incursion. This body I don't care for as much. Let's go ahead and pop in. But I do like that helmet. This is Dreadseed. This is the same as the Star Forager. You get it using the Digger droids. But same thing. I've got this set, which I actually do like. So it's really close to what Wivister wears as well. So you're actually looking at, we look similar on that one. So that one's not dyed, I don't think. Yeah, actually it is black and red from the factory. So there we go. So same thing here though, it's like sometimes you can't even tell what the species is depending on how you gear them up. Some sets have hoods, some don't. You can do some different things there. This is one of my favorite sets. This is another, I believe, one of those Taiwanese sets that the shells, again, might exist somewhere. But these were a gift that you got for maxing your level out way back in the original game. I got that for most of the classes. Unfortunately, I think they're also bound to the character, so I can't really pass these around. But I love this armor. This is a cool looking set of armor. And it actually blends in well. And it's, again, probably dyed. I don't think this is probably the stock color. But it ties in well with his cyborg colors and stuff like that. So that's a good one. This is a pretty cool set. It's another asymmetrical set. Again, this might be the original color of this one. I can't remember. It's definitely one of those that has a pretty cool look. That's not the hat that goes with this. It's like a mercenary's hat or something like that. That one's pretty cool. All right, let's look at Pilon. I got a couple sets on him, and then we'll go ahead and get started on some gameplay. And then talk about 7.3. So if you haven't seen it yet, 7.3 is on the test center. I haven't logged into the test center to check it out yet. There's also a live stream, and we're going to kind of talk through some of the points that came out of the live stream. Pilon's got some cool sets. So we saw this one, and again, let's go to Outfitter. Yeah, so if you look at, you can kind of see it in the picture there. This is kind of a brown and gold set of armor. It looks completely different. Now, I haven't gone through and named all of his, so we're going to have to search here a little bit. This is a cool set. It's called the Resolute Protector. Again, dyed. This is like a blue, and it kind of looks like paint. But when you make it red, that looks pretty bad. Like you've gone through some stuff. I used to run this guy in operations as a tank, and instead of using a lightsaber, I would use a mace. Let's see if I still have it in my inventory here. So yeah, instead of getting nice, clean surgical cuts, it might not be easy to find. Oh, is that it? Yep. So I ran with that. So that's how I ran him. So it looks like I was beating people with this little electro mace. I also used to have, yep, there we go. I ran him like that for a while, which is pretty grotesque, because that would cause blood splatter. Also ran him like that for a while, but that's a drop that I can't remember what that comes off of. Karaga, I think. Karaga's Palace is a drop you can get. Unfortunately, it's bound to characters, so you can't spread that one around. And then I'll find helmets and stuff that I like and just keep them. I haven't gone through what all's in here for a long time. I can guarantee you he's got some other outfits though. So let's jump through a few more. I think he's got like a gold and black one, if I remember right. I haven't gone through and renamed all of them. Oh, there's that with a headband, head wrap type thing on. I ran him that way for a while. What's that set? That is I can't remember. I think that might be from the Star Fortresses. Can't remember on that one. There's one I thought he used to have that I didn't see. Maybe it's just that I don't have his helmet on. That might be it. That's probably what I'm thinking of. We'll turn that on here in a second. Yeah, I thought I used to have this like gold and black looking set. This set does have a pretty wicked helmet though. When we were doing a lot of operations, you can put target markers on people, but I used to run that helmet just so it was easy to see. It actually made a difference. My group could find me a lot easier when I had that helmet on. Let's see if I can find the set that I'm thinking of. Might have gotten rid of it. Nah, it's not that. It was like black and gold. I've got some screenshots of it, but I'm pretty sure it was on this character. Here it is. I might not have it colored correctly because this is the set. There we go. I used to run him like that. This is pretty cool. I was never a fan. If you look under his arms, he's got there's like a little red to it. I don't quite get that. But yeah, this set was, I can't remember, what drop that was. But I ran him that way for a long time. And again, with the black and gold. Does it have? Yeah, still got the black and gold dye in it. So, okay. I think that's all my main characters that I play. So if you enjoy it, if you enjoy kind of digging through and finding, what outfits and stuff you want to wear, more power to you. It's definitely a fun part. Yeah, we got Ubi, we got Defil. Now we got Pirate Zax. And then we opened all those guys up. Okay. Let's see. We need to knock out some missions. All right, I'm going to grab Zax again. All right, while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and jump up to different monitor here. So I'm up on SWTORista's Twitter account. She does a really, really good job of covering all Star Wars stuff. If you're not subscribed or following SWTORista, definitely a shout out to her. Lots of really good information. So she kind of live tweeted through the live stream. So I'm just going to use her stuff to kind of hit on some of the high points. So we've got they're adding a new chunk of story. So we're going back to Voss. Voss is one of the later planets in the original story. So there's a new area. So when they say new landing zone, there'll be a whole new area of the planet. So we won't be going back to the same existing areas. New missions, new achievements, new decos. Probably on par with Runic or something like that. There's this new shrine of. Oh, there's a Shrine of Silence. The story is the Shrine of Restoration. In the original game, you go to the Shrine of Healing. So the story is there's all these different shrines. Also, the Voss and the Gormak are kind of working together after the events of the Eternal Empire and stuff. So there's still tension there, but that's kind of the core story of what's going on. So that's part of the expansion there. We'll come up. This was just this is a trailer we've seen before. I don't think it was anything new. Some new characters that they introduced as part of the conversation there. Some new decorations. So some lanterns. Probably a lot of Voss inspired stuff, I would guess. Going to be in this one. Is there more than one picture there? Yeah, the giant tree. That's a big tree. A fire bowl. Okay. I think there's going to be a very Voss-like theme to those kind of things. This is some of the gear that's going to drop out of the Flashpoint. There's a new Flashpoint coming. So here's the Flashpoint, the Shrine of Silence. So the last couple of expansions, we just ran through them. The Onslaught and the stuff right at the end of the Fallen Empire, Eternal Throne stuff. The Flashpoints were part of the story, so they put a story mode in, and you can go through it. They're getting back. Apologies, my alarm just went off. Apologies for that. But they're going back to the Flashpoint will be related to the story, but it'll be like a tangent to the main storyline. So it'll still link together, but it won't be kind of required or part of it. And then that makes it so that they can get back to more traditional Flashpoint stuff. So that's kind of there. This shrine is in disrepair because the Voss think is cursed. And that's about all they really talked about as far as the story for the Flashpoint goes. They talked a little bit about the bosses. This guy is pretty big. Hopefully that's coming across okay. That's definitely a large boss there for sure. So, but again, you're going to get a lot of this kind of Voss feel, I think, out of this. Let's see, what else did they talk about? So yeah, there's the curse. This is another, I think, boss that's still being worked on. They showed some video, I think, of like an underground disrepair, lots of vines and roots and stuff like that going on. So that's going on there. If you didn't do it, we'll mention this here. Every time they do one of these live streams, they usually give out a decoration. They give these paintings out. So if you go up to your account, log into your account on the web, go to my account, there's a link that'll say redeem code. If you put in LOTSSAHAR, so Lots Sarah, Lots being Legacy of the Sith, that's the current expansion we're kind of on, it'll unlock this painting for your stronghold. You only have to do it on your account, and then every character that you log into will get it from then on out. So I've got 20 or 30 of them already. So that's available for anybody that wants it. You should also log in now because they're giving out some free droids and stuff as well. Let's see. Okay, then they talked about some PvP changes. Is this the PvP slide? Yep. Okay, so, talking about this one, they've made some changes to medals. I haven't played around too much with PvP yet to make it easier. But now they're also making it so that you get attacker and defender points easier. So like on Void Star, if you fight near the doors, in Huttball, if you fight or kill in the end zones, kill the ball carrier, and even when you score. So for instance, if you're healing the ball carrier and the ball carrier scores, they get attacker points, but I don't think in the original game you got anything. You will now get some as well. I don't know what the numbers will be yet. That's why it's up on Test Center. But let's say I'm just going to make up numbers. The guy who scored gets 3,000 attacker points, and you were on the team and you helped them get there, so you get 1,000, right? So they're going to do a lot more of that kind of stuff. Should make it easier to get medals. So that's one of the changes they're making to PvP. Let's see. Season 3 will start up on July 18th. Later on in the calendar, we'll probably spend 2 or 3 weeks doing PvP because let me switch back over to this view. There is a PvP season going on right now. So this is season 2. This is season 3. So I want to get all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till they let me buy up to level 15, and then we'll PvP through 10 levels up here at the top. So that should be fun. But so PvP season 3 this one ends in 44 days. The next one starts on July 18th. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? Some armors for PvP season 3. Okay, this has got a lot of slides. So this is talking about the economy stuff. So they put in the travel cost. They changed when you take damage now, you get more repair costs, but less repair costs on death. So this is the next sets. Not all of this is going to come out in 7.3, but it is something that they are working on. So they're working on this stuff. They're going bit by bit. Not sure. The travel cost is still pretty controversial. I have mixed feelings about it. It really doesn't affect me. I've got enough infrastructure, and I've been kind of pseudo tracking it. If I go run dailies, I'm still making more money than it's costing me to repair my armor. But it does cost more to repair, and travel does cost more, right? Instead of bouncing around the planet for free, it's 500 here, 1,500 there, sometimes up to 5,000. So it does make a difference. But these things are already in place. That's stuff that's happening right now. The next stuff, they're calling it taxes here. It won't be called taxes in game. There'll be like processing fees, and they'll story it up. But what they're going to do here is and this will impact the rich people. So right now, if you go and buy something on the GTN, when I list something on the GTN, let's say I list it for 1,000 credits. I'm going to do easy math. I list it for 100 credits, and you buy it. And so you pay 100 credits for this item I just listed. I get 92 of those 100 credits, and there's an 8% Galactic Trade Network fee for selling it. And that's a credit sink. It's called a gold sink. And the idea is to get credits out of the economy. Because if you buy something from me and just transfer the credits, that doesn't take them out of the economy. It just moves them to another person. So on that transaction, 8 credits got removed out of the system. Well, what's happened is for really, really, really expensive things, people have quit using the GTN for a couple of reasons. One, and this is how bad the inflation is, there is a 1 billion credit cap. You can't list anything for more than 1 billion credits. So the fact that we are selling things for 1 billion credits lets you know how bad the economy's gotten. But 2, if I am going to sell, instead of that 100, let's say I sell something for 100 million, right? So now instead of it being 8 credits for the 100, now it's 80, let's see, 100 million, it'd be 8% would be 8 million credits. So it costs me, or I don't get those 8 million credits. So I sell it for 100 million, I get 92 million. You still paid 100 million for it. So I just lost 8 million credits. So for big transactions, what people do is they advertise in chat and they say, okay, let's meet on Fleet and we do a secure trade and you'll put the 100 million in there and I'll give you the item. And there's no taxes, there's nothing taken off of that. So I get to keep that full 100 million. I lose the convenience of being able to just list it and it goes. So they're going to add the same fees to secure trade, to mail, all of this kind of stuff. So basically, if you're transferring from character to character on different accounts, there's going to be a cost to it. Now, right now, at least everything I've read, if you send something to a character on your own account, there would not be a processing fee for that. So this is their attempt to kind of get to the rich people, and I think this isn't going to impact most people. The only thing, there's always the negatives. So, for instance, if I want to go to a newbie planet and I just want to give people credits, I'm going to give you a million credits, give you a million credits, give you a million credits. The way I've read it on the forums, you will still get those million credits, but I would have to pay 108 million credits to give them to you. So that's a little weird. But again, this is one of the changes that they're making. I don't know if it's in the slides. They're also talking about they're going to raise the GTN limit as well. So let's see if that shows up here. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So they want to increase usability, make finding what you want easier. They're going to use the market data to calculate a lot of this stuff. So one of the things they are changing, I think it might be that last point there, that 8% isn't going to be a global 8% anymore. So if I'm selling you that 1,000 credit cheaper piece of gear for your newbie character, it might, and again, I'm about to make up numbers. This isn't anything I've seen. It might only be a 1%, but when I'm selling that higher end thing, it's going to go up. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. The idea is don't hurt your newbie players, but those super rich can pay more. They're also talking about, and I think this with the buyout price, or the buyout price limit is raising the million or the billion credit limit. The other thing is they've talked about, and I don't think this will be in 7.3, they were talking about as a buyer, I could put an order up on the GTN. So I could say, I'm looking for this material. I want 5,000 units of it, and I'm willing to spend, 1,000 credits per unit. And so if anybody lists, and they haven't really explained how it's going to work, but if anybody would list something below my buyout price, I would actually get that. Okay, so that's all I see here. I haven't seen any of this yet, and I'm not 100% sure how we're going to test this up on Test Center outside of just listing a bunch of stuff. So I might install Test Center. I have installed, I just need to update it and see if any of that stuff is live. Okay, so this is stuff that won't be in 7.3, but it's kind of their philosophy going forward. They want the GTN to be better. Inflation is bad. Multiple phases, let's see if there's anything else here. I don't remember 100% what he talked about in this, but some of those things that I was mentioning is probably where, that kind of stuff came from. I've already been up on the forums. The only thing that I've posted so far is I would like on the GTN, and this is just personal preference, I like the way it works now. I list this for 1,000 credits and you buy it. But I would also like a separate section that says, you know what, I have this thing and I'm going to list it for 3 days. And much like eBay, you can bid on it. So player 1 bids 100 credits, player 2 bids 150, and wherever it lists is what it sells for. So, you know, if nobody really wants it, it say goes up to 500 credits, and that's what it sells for. Or if it gets really popular, you know, it goes up to 3,000 or 5,000 credits, which was more than I would have listed it for. So that was my suggestion that I put up on the forums. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah, they talk about Nightlife's coming back. Just some more weapons and different things like that. Don't know if that is the High Roller Skiff, so that's a new speeder. July 11th, so 6 weeks. Nightlife can be pretty boring. We'll probably do some of it on stream. Not much going on there. Okay, this kind of lists some of the things that are going on. If you log in, you get this new droid. Let's go back in here. Let's see, pets, BX. So basically, it's a green version of the Pixel droid. Is it P1, I think? Yeah. I don't know if it's got any other different details. We'll take a look at his animations here. It's got a little moving thing there. Little eyeball scanner thing that pops up. A door that opens, it looks like. Let's see. Where's Pixel? Yeah, I think it's just a green version of this guy. The arm might be different. I don't remember the arm on the other one. Don't know for sure. But all you have to do is log in to get that. So definitely would recommend logging in. Let's see. So you get that. It's a double XP event right now. So if you're looking to level some characters until May 18th. So what does that give us? You're looking at just under 2 weeks. You get double experience. So stacking the experience, if you're looking to just get a character up and level, it's so nice. Your rest experience no longer applies, but it does double your experience. Like if you start a new character, you'll leave the starting planet like at level 30. It's pretty crazy. At least if you stack all of your buffs. So what I normally do is I stack the guild XP bonus, my armor XP bonus, the consumable XP bonus, and the double XP. And then there are some for class and exploration. You can buy some character perks XP bonuses. You'll get some crazy amounts of XP. 50% off collection sale. That is kind of nice. So what that is, speaking of outfits that we were just talking about, let's say I have an armor, and I'm going to go just with what I've collected. So let's say, so here's that Dark Seeker one that Defel was wearing. But here's a bunch of different armors, and we'll just randomly scroll through here. You'll notice like, see on this one, notice that it's got different icons. I can unlock this for everything, right? So that's the Iron Man set, but not in my colors. Let's see. Do I have the Havoc armor unlocked for everybody? I probably should. So I do not. Okay. So let's say I liked this armor, right? And we'll preview it here. And we'll say, you know what? This Havoc armor. Where's the head? There we go. I really love this Havoc armor. I want it on this character. Well, I've unlocked this on a different character, but I have it. I've unlocked this armor. So what you can do is you can click on this, and so 50%. This one would have cost 400. It costs 200. Now, if you get a crappier set of armor, let's grab that one's 120. See here, this one's only 30. So you can actually use this 50% off sale. If you've got a bunch of armors, you're like, you know what? I want this on multiple characters. Now would be the time to do it, right? So I can, come over here. Now this costs cartel coins. So keep that in mind. This isn't credits. This is cartel coins. But for 200 cartel coins, if I purchase that, now you'll notice that icon went away and then now I can just go in here and I can transfer that armor set into my inventory and have it on this character. So that's what that means as far as the 50% off collections. It's kind of nice if you have something on one character and want it on a different character. All right. Okay, so then this is just the wrap up. So we got a new storyline coming. We got a new Flashpoint. We've got changes to PvP, mostly in the scoring. It doesn't look like they're doing any new PvP arenas or anything like that. Some more inflation busting stuff. Some cartel or items. The nightlife events coming back. And all of there's like 3 new mounts that have just come out. I think we looked at them last week as well. The other one was the one for Jedi Survivor, whatever that little guy was. I think it's this one. I think it's the new Jedi Survivor pet as well. All right, let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of Pixel. I think that's what it's supposed to say. Pixel. P1XL is his actual name. There we go. Oh, you guys didn't see that, but okay, I think that's it for the live stream. Oh, this was like a little prop that they made in the studio. One of the modelers who builds a lot of these things actually builds physical versions of them before he builds the version for the game, which is kind of cool. Okay, I think that covers everything as far as the 7.3 update. So if you have any questions on any of that, like I said, I don't read every post that every player posts up on the forums, but I try to skim through and read all of the developer posts. All right, what do we have? Let's see. So let's get back to my list of things from the comments. So, okay. The outfits. I'm going to change Zax's outfit all the time. Just to kind of look at that. As far as my Mechshaw stronghold. So I use strongholds very utilitarian. So the reason I log in and out of this one is I have a vendor, a mailbox. I can get credits there. I've got a GTN. I've got my guild bank, my legacy bank, and I've got my personal bank. All within. I don't have to move my character. Over here, if I need to augment something, I can. 90% of augmentation you can do without having to use that station. And over here, I've got the character. If you want to change your character to something different, I've got this station. This costs cartel coins as well, but you can, switch up your character if you don't like your character. So I built this mostly just for the utility of it. I'm not against decorating strongholds, and so the comment was, why don't I decorate the Mechshaw stronghold, which we looked at last time, and make it my new base of operations. I'm considering it. It would make a good, Mechshaw pirate base. That's why I'm on Nar Shaddaa. Makes a good thing. My concern would be, and I'm not sure if this matters much, like, used to be the Nar Shaddaa was one of the more popular strongholds, so you could actually chat with people. I only see 11 people on right now. Let's jump over to Mechshaw and see how many people are listed over there. We'll just do a data collection here. But yeah, Nar Shaddaa was, I can't remember. It was a reward. I don't know if it was a subscriber thing at one point. Yeah, there's nobody on Mechshaw strongholds right now. There's some people on Mechshaw, it looks like, but I don't think they're in the strongholds. Oh, now it updated to 4. So 4 of these people might be in the strongholds. I'm looking up at the bar. It's behind the donation link thing. But yeah, this is a cool kind of stronghold, so I might consider decorating it, and we'll see. So there you go. That's my answer. Have I spent any time? No, because it used to be the reason that you would decorate the reason I would decorate my strongholds. Let's be very, very clear here. Is Here, you would get a stronghold bonus of 150% for your conquest. This was based off of number of decorations and how full your strongholds were of decorations. Now it's based on how many you have and how many rooms you've unlocked. So you don't have to decorate them anymore. So there you go. At one time, yeah, like our guild ship is 20% decorated. So we'll go up and see what it looks like. This has been fun. I haven't looked at a lot of this stuff for a while, outside of just grinding. I tend to grind through content in gameplay. There's our guild ship. Look at that beast. There we go. So we've got security. Like you log in and then I can shoot you with the gun. A jukebox. We've got a GTN back here. So yeah, it's got some decent kind of computers, and we've got a hut with a bell on its head up here for some reason. I guess they're the captain. Not sure. I honestly don't remember how much stuff is even decorated beyond the let's see, I think the officer deck is down here. Yeah, this is kind of a looks like we got some kind of a display thing going on here. Alright, what's down here? Yeah, the officer deck. Officer deck has to be decorated. I can't imagine we wouldn't have decorated our officer deck. And it's got plants. That's not too bad looking. Alright, what's over here? It would appear we have some kind of a med bay. Colto tanks. Oh, we even got a little privacy screen for the... I didn't do most of this work. Somebody else did it. So I got a little med bay set up over there. It's kind of cool. Let's see what's going on this side. This appears to be kind of a lounge, I'm guessing. Yeah, like a lounge, a bar. Does look like we got ships in our hangar bays down there. That's good. We can gamble a little bit. We got some gambling stuff going on. Somebody put some thought into this. I think I remember who did it. She's not with the guild anymore. I think she still plays. We didn't have a falling out or anything. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Got a little Jawa down there. Yep, little Jawa. Alright, command deck. And this is only 20% decorated, so let you know how much crap that you could actually put into a stronghold. Alright, this appears to have a very starfighter-y feel to it. We've got 4 ships in here, it looks like. Again, we got these little briefing things. And nothing. Maybe that's why it was blocked off. They got the little things blocking them because we hadn't decorated those yet. That's what it feels like. Let's see if there's anything over here. Nope. Nothing in there. Okay, that one has a starfighter-y feel to it. Alright, so that was the command deck. What's in the crew deck? Oh, looks like we have a reception area, I would guess. And a place. I don't get the place to sleep. Not sure what that's supposed to be. And yeah, it doesn't look like... Doesn't look like any work's been done down here. This might be where I was helping with this some. Yeah, those all look empty. That might be the extent of the decoration, although there's a couple big ships in the hangar deck. But let's go to engineering. Since we know something's in the hangar deck, we want to end with something cool. In case there's nothing in engineering. There's one table. Yeah, we didn't do a lot of work in engineering, evidently. Now, all this stuff is just part of the ship. That's not stuff we put in there. All right, let's go to the hangar deck because we do know there is at least some decoration in there. What do we got? Nothing. Okay, off to the other side. One of these we know there was a ship in it because we saw it. There we go. Now we've got like a... That looks like the Outlander shuttle. That's what that one looks like. All right, there we go. Okay, it's time to get some play in. So, what do we need to do? We need to finish off some stuff here. So that is Onderon, Meksha, Corellia, Balmora, Alderaan. That one will be easy. That one's kind of boring. There's not a lot to do here. We also have runic stuff, and we're 12 away from 2,500 kills with Amity, so we'll probably knock that out as well. We're going to keep our eye on this one. So if you're trying to balance out, so for instance, this one here, I ran up, it was 35 missions, so I did 34 missions, and then I logged into a new character and did one mission so that that character would make Conquest, right? So we're going to do some of that as well. So the same thing here. I've got 10 missions I need to do here, and it's good for 64. So we're going to want to drop those 64 Conquest points onto a different character. I think we'll use the healer. We might do some healing stuff, since I don't do that very often. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go back to my main stronghold. All right, so we've seen Pirate Zax. Let's see, what else do we got? That's a pretty boring set. I put this one together because it's one of the smaller cannons I could find. Since it was mentioned that my big gun was too much, so we could run like that. Here's the glitch I was telling you about in the Star Forager. I love this armor. But you can see that the anchor point on this character model is wrong. There's something messed up where that should be flat, and it floats all back here. It's got some weird geometry, some weird stuff going on up there. So there's something issue there. We saw the Rishi. We're probably going to run with that one for a while. Oh, there's that armor set, or a similar armor set. This one's my Righteous Enforcer set, along with my, I think it's a Gree gun. That one's not too bad looking. That one's boring. That one's pretty boring. That's not a bad set. That's the Kingpin gun from one of the Nightlife events, along with the GSI armor. Definitely has I like this armor as well for the Bounty Hunter, because it's got a lot of this tubing, and it's got tubing here. I think it fits really well with the fire that they do. I guess you can make a case these are electrical cords, since the Trooper has a lot of electrical stuff going on. Yeah, not much there. That's the Dreadseed armor. I put this one together specifically to make it really, really ugly, to make fun of you for making fun of my dressing. And then we have, oh, that's my ugliest set. There we go. Let's run like that. That one is definitely something that no person should go out fighting in that armor. So that's what we're going to wear. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I wonder what this gun sounds like. Not too bad. I can live with that. Okay. Let's go finish this on Zax, and then we'll jump over and do some stuff on probably Natoa. So we want to go to... We'll just do Corellia. Corellia will knock this out. We only need 3 missions, and that's what the weekly is. Corellia it is. With our ugly bell helmet. So this armor is dedicated to Mighty Mouse's girlfriend, who does not care for my fleshy orange armor. So we will fight with a bell. Okay, let's see. That one's not too bad. That one's not too bad. Skip that one. That one's not too bad. All right, that should get us our 3. Yep, 5 to 8. And we only need 88, and we also only need, let's see, we need 12 there, and I think we need 12. This is kind of cool. We need 12 for him and 12 for the mission. So we'll pop a couple of things there. Ugh, I hate stuns. I've actually got Amity up to a relatively high level now. If we look, 43. So he's not a liability now. I was running some stuff earlier on some characters where Amity is only level 1, and holy cow, does that make a difference? Okay, we're okay on notes. They just don't do near as much healing, and it'll get you into some trouble sometimes. Stunned again. Come on, there we go. Alright, so these are just the daily heroic areas. Theoretically, this is multiplayer content. So they're called Heroic 2s. So in the original kind of idea, this means these were designed and balanced for 2 players to do. They're not too hard to solo. Now the other nice thing about the outfitter, I think this is pretty obvious, but you know, you saw me change through all those outfits, but that's not my gear, right? This is my gear. I actually run a GSI set, so this is the gear I'm actually wearing. Everything else is just a cosmetic enhancement. The nice part about that is I can change all those outfits, but this is where my stats come from. This is the actual gun that I'm carrying, right? Not this one. This is a visual enhancement, so you can make it look the way you want, which is kind of cool, because what that means is I can now have this one upgraded set of gear, and I don't have to, every time I want to change, I don't have to move stuff around and things like that. So, all right, back to the bell head attack. Boom, boom. Color's not even orange. I could put an orange crystal in it if I wanted to. And you can change this color if you like. Crystals change the color of lightsabers, but they also change, not for every attack, but for a lot of the attacks, it'll change the color of your, what you call it, the bolts or the lasers or whatever is shooting out. For some attacks it won't. Alright, looks like we've knocked out our 12, and I wasn't paying attention. So there we go. We got defeated 2,500 enemies with our companion. Should probably pay attention so I don't die. Alright, let's get M1 or Zoom. Let's grab Zoom. Zoom is fun. The next quality of life update, I think I've mentioned this before. I want this to be... They've been adding a lot of stuff that makes searching and sortable. Hopefully this is the next thing that gets it. When you only have a few companions, it's not a big deal, but man, when you get a bunch of them, it's a pain. Alright. We still need a few to get the bonus mission here. That's my favorite line. Okay, I can't remember if there's enough in this area or not. Hopefully we don't have to backtrack. The bonus missions do count. Like for this, we're still going to do the whole weekly, so we'll get the 3. It won't matter. You're doing great. Doing great, Zoom. I'm proud of you. We need 5 more. Oh, cool. 2 spawned. That'll be perfect. So that should have counted. Yep. So now we're 6 of 8 instead of 5 of 8. Again, not that it matters. We're probably still going to do them all. Might as well get the weekly awards. Like, so if you do 3, you get the resource matrices and the drop there. All right, let's do that one last. No, that one last. That one has an outside thing, so you have to run outside to do it, and that makes it easier to travel away. Hey, Kyle. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. If you missed the conversation, I'm wearing a bell on my head to appease one of my fans. I don't know, fan might not be the right word. Somebody who watched my video and didn't like my armor. So it's a passive-aggressive protest. Alright, for this one, which one are we on? Hangers? I'm not going to bother with the weekly on this one, or the bonus mission. It's not worth it. It takes too much time. There's actually 2 bonus missions in here. I'll show you where they're at. One's not too hard. But killing 30 people in here, you don't have to. And if you can stealth, this one's easy. You might be able to do this whole mission without actually any combat. If you're a stealth class. Which I am not. As much as I play this guy, I probably should... Like, I haven't ever bothered to come in here. It's just still sitting in my... Like, I can pick a second combat proficiency, right? So, if we look here, I haven't even bothered to pick one. As much as I play this guy, I should probably throw a stealth class on it. That way I could skip a lot of content. So again, if you want to, you can go and fight all those guys. We don't need it. And we're probably going to blow past conquest on this guy. Let's see, how many do we need? 23 of 25. There's some guys you have to fight. Like I said, if you were stealth, you could make these skips. Like you could skip this guy. But same thing here, right? Like if you stealth past that guy, you can get into all these hangars and not actually draw aggro on any of these guys as long as you're careful. You know, you want to keep yourself over on this side of the room. You know, don't run over into that area. But you can get in and out. Oh, it's such a good look. What a handsome devil with a face tattoo. I was trying to find a kind of a purple outfit, but I couldn't find any I liked. I found some that had the right colors. I just didn't like them. And for whatever reason, there's a whole set of outfits of like bare-chested weirdness that I did not want to put on. So. Okay, so we've got the kill 30. The other bonus is up here. Recover Imperial weapons. We'll take a look at that one. I think there's only one fight to do that. It's a champion though. Again, could have skipped these guys if I had stealth. The downside to, if you're doing this for conquest, the downside to stealthing through some of this stuff is you don't get the planetary. There's a lot of conquests. The first one's like 4 and change, this one's 8. So you're looking at 12, 13,000 conquest for getting 75 kills on the planet. And if you stealth through, you won't get those. Okay, now we don't want to click on that because once I click on that, it'll end the mission and the bonuses are no longer available. So we'll come back to that. Just a little tip. This one is, for whatever reason, in my head, this one's hard to find. But if you look, it's the end of these guns is what you have to click on to recover these weapons. A couple of times I've forgotten about this one. Yeah, I thought I was going to pull aggro on him. And I'm looking, and if you look, the only part that's glowing is that little part right there. So, but for basically killing this guy and clicking once, you do get a bonus mission. Which we only need one more, so the bonus mission's actually going to kick this one over. Is that intimidating? If you saw this guy fighting you, would you be like, "Ugh, that's scary"? So if you click on that, there's the bonus mission, and then we also finished the thing. Okay, let's see. I've tortured everybody enough with that ugly armor. Alright, that's a gun. Let's run with that one for a while. That looks a little more intimidating. What's it sound like? That's not horrible.
You may think it's nothing, but you certainly outdone yourself. Now it's up to us to turn the tide.
Alright, so we're gonna have to... We'll get plenty. What do we still need? 20 kills? Yeah. We're not gonna get through this one without accidentally killing 20 people. I hate getting stunned. Not sure if we'll get all the way to 25. We'll skip as many as we can, but there's, again, just the natural progression through this area. So yeah, this armor I actually kind of dig. It's not a bad looking armor. Kind of industrial. Don't know what these things are supposed to be on the shoulders. They almost look like canteens, but that would be weird. Anything else about this? Looks like an exosuit you would use to move equipment around, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I've ever run this armor on any of my characters. I've had it forever, but I do like this gun though. I've always wanted to do a build around this double barrel Gatling gun that and actually there's pistol, not double like this. There's a pistol version of it as well, if I remember right. Kill that zoom. Let's see, weapons. I think there's a whole set of these. Yeah. I've always wanted to build a character like mercenary bounty hunter that uses those as their guns. That's pretty intimidating. That's not a bad look. Let's see, what's the blaster look like? Not too bad. Less Gatling gun looking than the pistols and the. Let's see what the sniper rifle looks like. Kind of the same. It's got that internal structure that spins, which makes sense for a sniper rifle. Nothing like, you know. Oh, that one's not bad. That's not the one I'm running. This is the one that I'm running right now. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. The one thing I don't like about it is if you change the crystal, this laser changes color, but this bottom still stays green. I wish both of them would change. Let's see, anything else in the Zerka line? Nope. So yeah, I've always kind of liked this gun. I've just never really found the right character to use it. Tell him, zoom. Okay, let's see. Shouldn't have to fight those guys. That group you usually have to fight. You might be able to slip by there, but it's tight. Doesn't sound bad either. Everyone has a different sound, so that's the other thing is I hope down the road sometime as part of the outfitter. Oh, that could be bad. Nope. Okay. Thought I got knocked back into that group. I would have had to actually pay attention. As part of this, they'll allow this to open up, and you'll. Like, we can now cosmetically change our guns, so. But being able to change the sound profile of a gun would be really cool. At least for me. Because they all sound a little different. Alright, I could see running on that outfit. That's not too bad. Alright, what else do we got? Yeah, Dreadseed's more. Nothing I want to run. Gemini's nothing I want to run. That's not a bad look. Alright, let's run this one. What I like on this one is you're complaining about my big gun before. Look at this beast. But what's cool about this one is the animation. Let's see if we can get some good light on it here. When you equip it, the end all opens up. So you kind of have a kind of an animation going there. Alright, let's see what it sounds like.
You'll be okay, right?
Yeah, that's not bad. I could live with that. Mostly it's how much, like how high pitch or low pitch is it. Might have to fight that group. Usually have to fight this group. I think you can get by there potentially. But I do like this armor. And again, this is the dyed version of it. The blue and the orange, I don't think change. I'm trying to get a good view. Like this blue stripe down his chest. You can't change that with the dye. Alright, we got a guy walking up on us. Let's make sure we take care of him. Ooh, that hit hard. Because I think that's the armor I'm actually wearing. Yeah, it is. And again, I can't. But I think this orange and that blue doesn't change. But that orange and the black is. It's like a white armor by default. Without the... Yeah, I've got augments. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let me take this armor off real quick. And that should eliminate the dye. Yeah. So that's the stock look of it. So, you know, it's mostly white with these stripes. And then in the outfitter, I went ahead and dyed it with a black and orange. Looks to be an orange. It's not a perfect match. Like if you look, like this orange and that orange is not identical, but close enough. And I rarely see the front of my guy, so it doesn't matter as much. All right, did we knock out? Yeah, I don't see Corellia 2. Yep, Corellia 2's done, so. Okay, like I said, you should be able to skip that group. You have to slip around here and grab this one. Oh, we only have to kill one more, so we'll accidentally get the bonus here. Give them a wide berth, and you can grab this one. There's usually a guy walking around over here somewhere. You probably have to fight them. You can usually slip between these two groups. There's the walker guy. We'll grab him, because we need one more for the bonus. Might as well get it. It was good for 18,000 credits. And then if you cleared everything correctly, we do have to exit the area, but we should be able to do it without having to fight. Yeah, we'll give them a wide berth. I do sometimes get myself in trouble if you go too... Oh, I went too close to them by saying if you go too close to them. Like if you just go by there, you'll pull aggro there. Oh well. I mean, they do give us conquest points. That was 28 conquest points. How much is this guy gonna give us? He gave 68. Alright, now we should be able to get ourselves out of here without pulling aggro. The nice part is the spawns don't move. And they don't respawn. Because this is a private instance. You know, nothing will respawn. So we can get back out the way we came in. Alright, so the last part of this mission is you have to come out here. You have to click one of these. That ends the mission. You could run away. 3 elites are going to spawn. We're going to go ahead and kill them. Might as well get the conquest. It's not a tough fight. So you see there, the mission ended.
I'll be moving out for the rendezvous point in a few.
But we'll go ahead and clear this out. Not a tough fight, per se. Did I put an orange crystal in that gun? I'm curious. No, I didn't. That's just its default color. Cool. I like the orange crystals in my guns. Again, the whole logo and stuff like that. All right. Let's see. Defeat non-player enemies without the aid of a companion. Okay, let's do that in a cheapy way. Where would be a good spot? let's go to Ord Mantell. You could do this. I could have done it while running these, although running these without a healer would be a little bit rougher. Alright, we need an Ord Mantell outfit. Let's see what we got. Iocath. Nah. And it was kind of boring. Oh yeah, let's run that one. It's a cool looking gun. This is another one I've always kind of wanted to figure out a way to use this one. This is the Gray Helix autocannon from the Gree events. Oh, it's got green in it. I put green crystals in it for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, let's see. We need to find... Where are there a lot? There's a lot of guys in the volcano. We could go out to... Could go out to like the point, whatever that place is called. Yeah, let's go out there. I don't think that'll screw up anybody's missions. And the volcano, the volcano probably wouldn't either, but... Okay, the first thing I want to do is dismiss our companion.
I can be here in a jiffy if you change your mind.
Actually, I am curious. How much is it? Yeah, 1,200 credits for a new character is a decent amount, but that's not huge travel costs. It'll only be about 800 to go from there to there. Yeah, it wouldn't be horrible. Alright, let's get up here. We only need 25, so we should be able to blast these guys pretty quick. Oh, I didn't one-shot that one. Alright, we're at 22 out of 25 there. This isn't a bad sounding gun. A little higher pitch than I usually use. I like kind of a deeper rumbly one. It's got kind of a more of a screechy sound to it. If that makes sense. Okay, those guys I think are for missions, so we're going to leave them for somebody else. These guys in here shouldn't matter. So you notice the sound of that attack's always going to be the same. That one has... The gun makes a difference. 5 more. What do we need? One more? Let's take out that nasty droid level 5 guy. There we go. Okay, we're probably not going to do that one. That one's kind of boring. But I do want to make sure that we hit that. So, I don't think... Okay, that gun wasn't bad. Not sure I'd run that outfit all the time. Feels more Jedi-y to me. And if you colored it right, maybe Sith-y. That blue's not going to change color. The gold and the black will, though. I still think I should run that one. That's probably one of the bigger ones. And again, I love that armor, but it's glitched. And then we're back to what I think of as my normal. The reason I do like this set, oops, let's get away from that, is when you draw, these readouts are part of the armor. That's not part of the weapon. So that's built into the armor. So some armors have these little additional things that they do. Okay, Mighty Mouse's girlfriend, I hope you enjoyed the differences in armor. And now I'm going to switch characters altogether so you can look at a completely different set of armor. Is there anything here we need to clean out? And nothing we can't do later. Okay, so we need 3 missions. So what we're going to do, I think we'll just run Coruscant. And I'm going to go grab a character that I probably wouldn't level or wouldn't make conquest on anyway. So let's grab Natoa. So he's a healer. I don't have many healer characters. Okay, so the reason we're doing this is this mission here, if we complete it, will give us 64,000 conquest. We've done most of the work, right? 22 missions completed. Same with this one. This was like 35 missions. I did 34 missions on other characters, and then I logged into a character, ran 1 mission, so all this would apply. Because to make conquest, you only need 100,000. Well, like if I look here, like let's say I was running on, Vignero here. He already has 139,000. So if I got 220, it would still count towards this 500. We're trying to get there. But every single person that makes their 100,000 gets the rewards. So if you take the time to spread it out, so I'm going to get 200 conquests or accommodations, 500 tech fragments, and 25,000. And then if we hit the 500, every character is going to get 500 more here, another 25,000, one of these things, and a choice of one of these. If I put 300,000, 400,000 on a single character, I get those reward once. If I get 100,000 on a bunch of different characters, I get those rewards multiple times. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to maximize our reward here because that 64,000 is 65% of this. So that's what we're going to do. So what we will do is we're just going to we'll run the Coruscant dailies as a healer. And I will try to resist playing it as a DPS, which I sometimes do on my healer, especially when I'm running this kind of content. Okay, so we're just going to grab all of these. Bing, 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 bing. Let's see who we got. HK. My Jedi healer is running with an assassin droid. I'm not sure if that's very nice. Anybody that makes more sense. Kaizen's fun. I don't have a lot of companions on this one. Got Treek, Zenith. These are all the companions you get through the story. Faye's only level 1. Let's go classic. We'll get Tank Kaizen to run for us. There you go. Alright, Kaizen, go get him. Go make some trouble. Alright, let's just drop some earthquakes on him. Bubble Kaizen, bubble myself, and fling some rocks. Might be able to do this with Kaizen as a DPS. Alright, Kaizen, go get that guy. How much trouble I can get myself in here. Gotta remember, I'm wearing light armor, I'm a healer, not even a DPS, but this is pretty low level content. Wow, I do not remember. Okay, there they are. I knew I had a couple of dots. We'll dot up the boss there. Kaizen's holding his own. So as a tank, he's going to do pretty okay. If we wanted to, we could actually DPS him up, then he'd kill stuff faster. But he would take more damage. Maybe test my healing abilities a little more. Let's do that. Let's make it harder on ourselves. Alright, go get him, buddy. Now, if you want to see healer aggro in action, I'll bubble him. I'm not going to attack anything. We'll see if the threat that's generating will get one of them to attack me or not. Okay, so see how he started attacking me? So what that was is that shield was creating threat, right? Because it was essentially healing or blocking. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have him attack, and I'm going to immediately just start healing all over the place. And see if I can get him to attack me. Just dumping extra heals. So see how he came in and attacked me, because Kaizen hadn't attacked him yet, and he's not a tank, so he's not going to taunt either. And so what I basically did there is I picked up healer threat because Kaizen hadn't touched him. I think Kaizen's hit them both at this point. So as a healer, you have to kind of be careful with that, especially if you're not running with the tank. If you're not running with the tank, it's really easy to have that happen. So like in this fight here, right? If I come in here and I just bubble myself and I bubble Kaizen, and we go into this fight, and like, oh, Kaizen's taking all this damage, I'm worried about him. So I drop a heal on him. We'll Wandering Mend here. Drop that heal. So now he's shooting me, even though I've never attacked him. Kaizen's hit both of these guys, so he's holding, seems to be holding aggro there. Now as soon as Kaizen bothers to attack the other guy, he should pull aggro off of me. So now he should go after Chopper. We're going to still keep just healing more than we should. And so now you see that Chopper is now attacking Kaizen. So it's not hard to get that, at least in this easy content, that aggro off of you, but you do have to sometimes be careful right at the beginning of a fight. See if I can out DPS Kaizen as a healer. I still have it. I still have aggro. I still have aggro. Still have it. Still have it. That's going to pull some aggro there. Still have it. Yep. Yeah, let's get some area heals going here. Kaizen. Now, if you are a healer in this game and you are watching me going, holy cow, you are a horrible healer, you are correct. I have never played enough healing to be competent in like, say, group content. I can run crap like this, you know, I don't care what class you are, you're going to be fine in these kind of fights. But I would have to do some studying and some work to be able to effectively, because I don't know where things are going to proc, what order you should be doing stuff in. I'm probably way overdoing this whole salvation and area heal. But we got through it. Alright, what's that give us? 23 or 25? Isn't that where we were at before? Or we were only at 22? Must have been at 22. Otherwise, that would be weird. Now, I haven't looked. I don't know. Do I have any other outfits on this guy? He's kind of got like a... Yeah, kind of an action-oriented. That changes his look quite a bit from that. Okay, let's give this one a name, though. What's this called? Vine Silk. That's what we'll call it. That way we can get back to it. We'll favorite it, stick it at the top. Yeah, I don't think... This isn't a character I play very often, so... Yeah, I don't see any other outfits. I'm surprised I had two. Forcequake! Alright, looks like a couple of the spawns are gone. Most of them are here. We might be able to knock out the bonus. Throwing rocks. It's got to be painful. Oh, I didn't put my good outfit back on. What am I wearing? Ugh, that's gross. There we go. Now I'll do more damage. Does that look good? I do like Forcequake, though. Yep, that got us to 24. Okay. Cool. On to the next. I don't think it's going to be quite enough to make Conquest just running Coruscant here. We'll see. Just don't know if there's 35,000 Conquest points available here. There we go. Now, one thing I gotta be careful of is I'm so used to not playing or playing other characters that I gotta remember that Kaizen's health is dependent upon me, and so I need to make sure that on occasion I'm dropping a heal on him. So he's taking damage there, and not just leaving him to his own devices. You do get a little bit lazy when you essentially run with a pocket healer. It's just like, oh yeah, you're always going to keep us healed up. Oh, someone's still attacking us? What are you fighting? That was weird. All right. Ooh, I feel so healthy now. Forcequake. So honestly, on this easy content, just using this like force armor probably will get you through most of it. It protects you enough that you can just kill everything before it becomes a problem. But this is very low level. We're level 17 here. So don't watch me and be like, oh cool, healing's easy. It is not. Mad respect for good healers. Some of my favorite players. Alright, so we are now at 76,000. 24 more? It's gonna be close. Might be able to pull it off. We will see. So yeah, I didn't even take... Kaizen took a little bit of damage, but I didn't even take enough to get through my bubble. So this isn't really a healer test per se. Oh, he knocked my bubble off. Alright, we got the second Coruscant enemy thing, so we're in good shape there. I do like these bigger circles, though. One thing I don't like about my trooper is they get the little area attack circles. Bubble up Kaizen. Drop a Wandering Mend on him. Kaizen. Oh, I pulled aggro back off of Kaizen. So like here, on my trooper, I can't attack both of these groups at the same time. My circle's not big enough. Alright, so if we did this correctly, we should be sitting at 17. And there's 3 people up at the final fight, and that'll get us exactly to our 20. We are bubbled. Come on, Kaizen, let's go get him. $17, $18, $19. $20. Again, not that we need the bonus missions. Don't think they even give conquest, which would be nice. They give credits.
Fantastic. Now, I get a lawyer, embarrass the Senate if I have to, and Gonthor Industries will be back up in no time.
Boom, 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 boom. Getting notes of reflection all over the place. Alright, what are we at? 86. I don't think we're going to get enough. We'll kill everything in here because these strongs and elites will give decent conquests. But I don't think we're going to get 14,000 or 16,000 out of it. Yeah, that guy's only 28. He was 693. That's not bad. I'm so used to hitting my F4 key as one of my area attacks, but I've got all that set up as healing on this guy, so it's definitely different. Maybe I should move my area or my healing down here. I'm not sure. That's one of those I'd have to do a whole lot more heal play to get a good rotation going. I just caught part of a conversation in chat. Talking about meeting people. Oh, see, there we go. Almost let him die. Let's see if I can get him back. Do my job. I'm not completely worthless, only partially. I've been playing. So there's this kind of braggy conversation of I've been playing MMOs for 16 to 20 years. It's a really weird range. This person, I've been playing them for over 35 years. And then people call them old and say I'm only 32. Let's see. First MMOs that came out. So you got Ultima Online that came out in 97. That's 26 years ago. Before that was Meridian 59, The Realm, Air Warrior, if you want to count it as an MMO. But they weren't a lot of years before that. That's probably 95, 94. Let's go all the way back to 93. 93, 2003, 13, 93, 03. That's only 30 years. I don't think he's been playing MMOs for 35 years. Now, if you throw in Muds, Moos, and Mushes, that definitely, those have been around forever. And if you want to go all the way back into pen and paper stuff, then that's a whole different conversation. But. So I'm going to call it plausible. Plausible comment. He could have been playing MMO-like games for 35 years, if you count Muds, text-based stuff, and things like that.
I owe you one. So take these credits. The Republic honors its debts.
89. We need 11,000. Where are we going to get 11,000? I mean, I could just run a CZ on him. Oh, he has the whole cycle we could have run. What's faster, Zyos or CZ? I'm going to run Zyos on this guy. So the reason I'm going to do that is I have CZ unlocked on all of my characters. So I can use that on any character, where I don't have Zyos unlocked on all my characters. So by not having it unlocked, if I have it on a character, we might as well use the CZ. Most of that stuff resets every day, so it's not a big deal. But I don't know if I'm going to run anymore later tonight. So I'm going to save the CZ. I doubt it. I don't think I'm going to play much more today, but after 2 streams, I usually am SWTOR'd out. On the plus side, there's hardly any combat in this, so again, my trivial healing skills will not be put to the test.
Seem to be some hollow records stored in these.
I don't see anybody else on planet right now. Nope, we're the only one here. So one thing, again, as a novice healer playing solo, if you are having trouble with content and you have your companion on DPS like I do, it makes a huge difference if you switch them over to tank. One, they keep threat off of you, especially if you're running like heroics that are harder or daily areas that are harder. They do keep the threat off of you. They do less damage, but they take less damage. And so that means as a healer, it's easier to keep up with healing as well. So, you know, if you are new to healing and you're running content and you're having trouble keeping up, make sure you switch your companion to tank until you get your rotations down, until you get better at it. And then you'll potentially be able to go back over to DPS. Now, again, I'm not saying that I'm doing great because I'm just doing easy content. If we were doing actual, real, my companion's going to be in trouble content, I would probably switch him back to tank. because I'm not that good at. I do like to cast the nice area heal, because now we heal over time while we're running from spot to spot. But you can see even that fight, I didn't take very good care of Kaizen. I was DPSing mostly as a healer. Alright, let's keep a closer eye on our buddy. Oh, especially for this fight. So this one's a little tougher. Alright, we'll bubble him up. And again, I know I probably, like, that area heal is probably not the best heal to do in this situation. Yeah, I'm keeping up. Alright, let's DPS. Should never have to count on your healer DPSing for you, though. It's not their deal. Also, we could move out of that explosion. That would mean we wouldn't take so much damage either. Oh, that's a good shot of Kaizen. We'll even zoom up on his face here. Wink. I must have a customization on him. Both of his eyes are working. I think by default he's blind in one eye. I must have put something on him. This is arguably one of the least exciting daily areas. At the most, you're going to fight 5 things. Everything else is just clicking on stuff for the most part. You could theoretically get through this entire daily area and not kill anything. Like, sometimes these will not spawn the droid. I don't know if I've ever gotten all 4 to just loot the item. It's technically possible, I think. So if that would happen, I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could just run away and just keep clicking them until you find. But well, let's say you do it right. You know, if you spawn a droid, you kill it. So you could theoretically get 4. And then the final droid in the instance area, you don't have to fight it. You could just run away from that guy. You wouldn't have to fight it. So technically, it's within the realm to do this with no combat. Holy cow, we're failing a lot of those. Usually by this point I have found it. We're only at 2. There's 3. There's some at the after the ride. If you are looking for one, there is one up and around the corner here. We'll see if he'll give us our last little go. Yay! Now we don't have to worry about it. Same thing on the probe droids. There's more of them after this speeder section as well. So if you don't get them or somebody else has beaten you to those ones that we already did, you can just do this mission and you'll find some more. And then you're going to run back through. This is the starting area here. Right? You're going to run back through this area on your way to turn in one of the last missions. So kind of got 3 chances to get those done. So don't worry if you can't find them right away. You'll have plenty of time. Okay, we'll do this one, and then we will do the instance, and I think we'll make Conquest. And we're probably not going to bother with that one. I might do that one tomorrow. It's not that exciting. So basically you have to take your seeker droid, and you have to go to certain areas and just keep digging until you find stuff. Occasionally something will spawn, you have to kill it. Not the most engaging of content. You can theoretically, I think, get some of the like the Dread Seed stuff or speeder parts. You can get some speeder parts to make different speeders. So like, you know, I think that's one. I think that's a probe droid. And there's also some bodies here and there. I think there's a probe droid up there as well, if you need it. Alright, let's grab ourselves a battery. Power up our droid. I think it's actually called, what is it called? Droid power cell is what I picked up. So we'll put the droid power cell in the droid. We'll pick up another one. I always grab that one. It doesn't take any more time because the droid's going through a boot up process. Like if you look up in the chat here, you know, it's kind of going through a thing. And so this time's always going to be there. So you might as well grab that other battery just in case. I have on occasion screwed something up or misclicked something or fell off of something. And then your droid will eventually run out of power. And you have to put another battery in it. So it's nice just to have that extra one. Because it doesn't slow you down any. You have to stand there and wait for the droid anyway. So grabbing the other battery, not a big deal. Droid power cell, excuse me. Alright, there's 5 of these we have to grab. This is the route that I like. If you have a different route, please throw it in the comments. I'm always up for doing something more efficiently. This works for me. I can get through it in one battery and not have to worry about it. This jump can be a little crazy if you're not feeling confident. Alright, I'm going to get off my speeder. I'm going to make my companion attack the droid there. And then I click on this first. Because you're going to see this thing's going to pop up here. Man, I was quick today. There it is. Usually that pops up when I'm scanning that. So your droid's on power. Again, this is the fight you could run away from. You don't necessarily have to take this fight if you don't want to. You just run away. Because this ends the mission. If you look up here, it's going to pop. There it is. So that'll happen whether you kill the droid or not. It's just coincidental that they were close to each other. Alright. Out we go. Now, I personally, you could go across the bridge. See, there's the instance store over there, right? So you could run across the bridge all the way over there. That takes time. So I just fall off the cliff. And then I'm going to start here. And then there is the instance store. So I saved all that traveling just to make it a little bit quicker. If you're a purist or a roleplay person that doesn't like to leap to your crunching bones death sound there that our guy did, you can run out of there. I used to, until I discovered that I can shave a few seconds off by falling down the cliff. That's what we have back to Inkolto for. They heal us up. Good as new. Alright, what are we at? 97. Let's get us 3,000 conquest. Yes, I am a light Jedi. Looks like it. Yep, there's conquest there. I just spent a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this was close to capped out. This was capped out. This I had almost capped out, so I bought a bunch of stuff, and this already back up. So I'm doing okay on currencies right now. I probably should figure out something to do with those before I start PvPing again. Galactic season tokens. We're gonna have to buy some stuff there. Might do that on the next stream. See, they swap some stuff in and out every week. So if there's something you want, you just check those vendors weekly, and you might get some new stuff. Okay, not gonna worry about those. We're doing pretty good on reputation. If we look here, we are at hero status, so we have champion and legend to go through. But we are 9,000 away from halfway through. Those last levels go pretty slowly. These are both runic. I just haven't gone back since we finished runic. Those are just achievements, so it's not like they're required, but it's like there's an achievement there. And there's a daily achievement there. I think these are also, you have to kill the world boss or something like that. And then, geez, 250 players, that wouldn't be too bad to do. Sometimes guilds will have guild events where they'll just go and kill each other on a planet to knock those achievements out. That's not too bad. Alright, well, this was a bit of a different stream. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of a look into the outfitting systems and how different people play. We did also look at some decorations. I can't promise that I'm going to do a lot of Mech Shaw decoration over the next week. We got launching a whole bunch of stuff for work next week, so I'm not sure if I'll have time to do that, but I'm not against it. I'm not against maybe trying to decorate Mech Shaw out a little bit and maybe use it. But you did get to see a lot of outfits. You did get to see how decoration looks if you do decorate it. If you're not familiar with the system, basically you just run around, you find these little hooks, you click on them, and then you decide what you want to put there. Let's see. Let's put that guy there. I have one of him. Let's put something. There we go. We got 50 of those. So let's say I really wanted that stuff right here. I place it, and then I can shift it about. Right. So I've got some movement. You can rotate it and stuff like that. That's really it. The other thing that you can do is some of these will have different layouts. So if you want, different types of decorations and different orders and stuff like that, you can put those there. Some of them are these huge things. So you got these centerpieces with all kinds of different things. But I've got, that huge monstrous. So I think when we looked at 7.3, that huge tree, I would guess it'd be something like that size, that big monstrous tree. So, alrighty. Well, I think that's going to call it for the Saturday of SWTOR streaming. We do stream for Extra Life, so we cracked 380. We're getting closer and closer to our $500 silver medal. And then we'll start working towards the $1,000 gold medal. We've hit gold the last 2 years, so that's kind of our minimum. I would love to surpass last year's total. We have ways to go on that. If we hit 3,000, we'll surpass last year's total, though. We were 2,600 and something, I think, last year. So if you can donate, that's great. If you can't, that's fine as well. Anything you can do to support the cause, like, share, subscribe, share my links, tell your friends, go to a family reunion, tell everybody there to donate, whatever it takes. We'll work with you on those kind of things. So I hope everybody has a good weekend. Next week, we're probably going to try to do, the Ruins of Null or something like that. That's the last flashpoint that we've got to do in Master Mode. We talked about maybe logging in another account and doing Colicoid War Games. We might do some Kuat runs. There's not a Master Mode there. We might do some Kuat runs, or we might shift over to Uprisings. I'm not 100% sure. We also talked about loading up Test Center and doing a completely blind run in Master Mode of the brand new Flashpoint that we've never seen before. That could be an experience. It could be buggy. It might not be balanced. So if you're interested in any of those kind of things, throw them in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see for the morning stream. And then afternoon stream, night stream is probably still going to stick with the Galactic Seasons and stuff like that. Because this is something I'm going to do anyway. Galactic Seasons is something that, I want to get all the rewards. How far are we? We're up to level 59. We're doing quite well. We're going to get done way before. The only imbalance I don't like in the system is we're going to blow through Galactic Seasons. There's still 100 days left of this. The problem is going to be we are not going to be anywhere near done with this, the reputation. And one of the best ways to get the reputation items is to do Galactic Seasons. So even once we finish Galactic Seasons, we're still going to be running Galactic Seasons content until we get that reputation thing done. So that's kind of the plan for the afternoon streams. And then at some point, let's see, what are we at? 44 days. I would guess you're looking at probably around the 21 to 28 day mark whenever they unlock the... Oh, okay, there's day 1 of catch-up. So they have implemented it now. So they unlock one of these per day. So that means 14 more days. So 2 more weeks. We will probably start doing the PvP. Because once I get to 15, I'll buy all those up. And then we will PvP through the rest, the last 10. If they do it the same as they did last time. So we are looking at 14 more days. That'll give us 30 days. Which is 4 weeks. Oh, yeah. I can do 10 levels in 4 weeks. That shouldn't be a problem at all. All right, so that's kind of the plan for May and through the summer. So I hope everybody has a good weekend. We'll see you next weekend. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. If you have any requests, any content you'd like to see, I'm happy to work it in. But with that, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. As always, go watch, play, or create something great, and we'll see you all next weekend.